Yo, what is going on, everybody? So I know you're probably expecting me on sooner, but every Wednesday I have youth mentoring, and there's a guy he's like 13, 14 years old, so I mentor him every week. And as much as I wanted to be here from the very beginning of this US election, that was my priority because I'm all here about helping the men, helping the guys, helping the young guys. So today was no exception. So apologies for not getting here until now, but it's been a very interesting. I've been following everything that's been going on, and it's been really, really, really fascinating. Now, what I've been seeing here is a very interesting progression. I'm going to bring up the current live election results. Let's do this. Apparently my audio is terrible. Let me try something out here. Let me see if I can drop this gain on the mic. I was playing around with it the other day, so maybe it's excessive. Hang on. Is that a little bit better, guys? Give me a 1 if that's so. Give me a 1 if it's good. 2 if it's bad. So one if you want it louder, 3 if you want it lower, and 2 if it's good. 1 if you want it louder, 3 if you want it quieter, 2 if it's good. Okay, we're good. We are good. I don't know why it's too loud today, but apparently, see, normally I have the slider all the way up and it's fine, but today it's a bit special. I will see 1, 3 here. I'm going to drop it just slightly here. There we go. And look, if it's still too loud, maybe just drop your volume on your device a little bit. I really appreciate it. Yeah, what is going on with this? Let me just play around with this a little bit. I'm going to drop the gain. How about now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes or no? Yes or no? Is it good or is it bad? Just let me know. Better. Okay, that's good. That's good. Good to see. Yeah, that's weird. It's I don't know why it's so different today, even though I have the same settings as usual. Okay, fingers crossed. I'm just going to roll with it, guys. Let me know as I go along if there's any issues with it, and I'll address those as they come. Oh, hang on. I think I may even. There might be a very good reason. Okay. No, that's what I need. How's that now? Is that better? I've just turned off the echo cancellation. I usually have that on. I don't know why it was off at the moment. Fingers crossed. Anyway, if there's any issues, please let me know in the comments, and we will continue to work with this. So, guys, here's the thing. I went on to Betfair in Australia last night, and check this out. I went on to Betfair. Now, Betfair is a betting agency in Australia. The bets at the moment, the odds for Joe Biden to win as president is 3.3 right now. The other day it was around about 1.4, and Trump was at 2.97. So everything's flipped. Now, personally, I'm very glad that I put a bet on the other day for Trump to win. I think I'm going to do quite well from it, personally. And we see here, do you remember last election when everyone was going, oh, well, Hillary got the popular vote, she should have won, we need to get rid of the electoral program. Sorry, the electoral college. But yet, this year, Trump's getting the popular vote. And as we can see here, all of these states have turned red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. looks like 16 states. Now, I don't know what's going on here, whether that's decided or not. It looks like there's looks like there's 5 seats or positions. Looks like there's 5 seats. Thank you, successful endeavors. I just turned the volume up a bit. Let me know if I need to turn it up further. And yeah, so only one of those is looking good for Democrats. So one of those 5 seats in Nebraska. So that's a plus. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 states so far for Trump. 16. Let's compare that to the Dems so far. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 for Biden. But, well, hang on. No. 51.7% for Trump. Wow. Maine looks like it's going to be Republican by the looks of it. But yeah, what I would say is Trump is leading at the moment. He's leading Texas. He's leading Utah. He's leading Florida. He's leading Georgia. He is leading North Carolina. He's leading Maryland. Sorry, he's leading Pennsylvania. I apologize. He's leading Ohio. He's leading Michigan. And he's leading Wisconsin and Michigan. Wow. He's killing it. And we've got Arizona, New Mexico, Montana, Minnesota, and Iowa at the moment that are looking like they're still got the potential to turn blue. Blue is leading. But so Arizona, it's 54% Biden to 44.2% Trump. Arizona's 53. New Mexico is 53.9 to 44.2. Arizona is 53.7 to 45. Montana is 54.7 to 43. Minnesota, 60%. Wow, that's a big lead to 40% Trump. And Iowa, about 63% to 36. So yeah, this is looking real good. And with respect to Florida, so Florida is looking very likely to take this out. It's currently at 91%. They've calculated the votes. And North Carolina is 91%. Pennsylvania, only 35% in. So anything could happen at this point in Pennsylvania. 84% in Ohio. Michigan, 37% in. So anything could happen. Wisconsin, 46% in. Anything could still happen. But Texas is 71% in at 51.2% Trump. So this is looking real interesting. Real interesting. Utah, 62% in with a pretty solid lead, almost 15% gap between the two. However, there's different ways of calculating it, but however you want to calculate it. Let's have a look at how it was in 2016. So interesting. A lot of these states are very, very similar from 2016, except Iowa was a Republican state in 2016. And Arizona was Republican. And yeah, a lot of the Western states haven't yet actually been decided. A lot of the Western states haven't yet been decided. And Oga Mikta says it's nice to see Australia's interested in American elections. Look, I'm really interested in this because I am interested in foreign financial markets. I am interested in the global impact. I mean, look what I've seen even as a kid. Even when it came down to the yo-yo trend when I was still at school. Holy crap, man! Anything that America does, Australia tends to follow about 4 or 5 behinds. If there's like a big trend, whether it's political or whether it's social or whether it's a trend with toys or fashion, right? So we tend to be behind about 3 to 5 years, depending on what the lag is. So for me, it's really important to me that Trump wins because that sets the precedent for what Australia is likely to do. You know, it's like Australia doesn't have its own balls, unfortunately. I mean, I've got enormous balls, but that's another story. Right. By the way, at this point in time, there's about 2 million more votes for Trump than there is for Biden. Now, I was looking at this earlier, 109 to 129. I was going, oh, man, because there was actually a bigger gap than this. And I was getting quite worried. But what I'm seeing is quite interesting. And I'm going to close this. Cool. Sorry about that background noise there. Yeah, like this fast, because this was the red wave from last year. Are we going to see more this year? Now, I know at the moment we've got 108 Republicans for the House. So, I mean, it's not looking real good for Democrats. Now, I saw a video saying that apparently somehow the Democrats were going to take, what was it? Why is my Windows button? Here we go. No. I was saying that the Republicans were going to take 365 seats. I think that's excessive. I think that's probably an over-the-top prediction, personally. I mean, look, at the end of the day, Trump needs 218 to take the House. All right, so if we look at 218 minus 108, we've only got 110 to go. Republicans got 110 to go. The Dems would need 133. So they're 33 behind the Republicans in terms of the race to get the House balance of power. Now, at this point, with the Senate, it's a bit different by my understanding. So there's certain senators that will stay in their positions and they don't need to contest their seats. And there are some that actually will need to contest their seats. At the moment, it's looking like the Senate may potentially take the Senate. But look, it's anyone's game at this point. It could change. It could stray from that trend. I mean, look, there's only 4 between them. Like, if Republicans were to start surging ahead here, it wouldn't be very hard for them to take that Senate. Can you imagine if they got the Electoral College vote, the public vote, the Senate vote, and the House vote? The Democrats will go bananas. We're already seeing fences going up around the White House. I'm already seeing fences go up around the White House. I think that these fences are very necessary, because if Trump wins, leftists are going to go bananas. We are going to see more screaming compilations of feminists than we've ever seen before in the history of US elections, ever. That's my prediction. That's my view. That's my thoughts. So I'm quite curious, actually. I'm going to bring up another tab here, because I want to check out what's going on with the Young Turks. Everyone's mentioning them in the comments, and I know that they have been kind of losing the plot a little bit. The Young Turks election. Oh, this is going to be so good. I bet they are losing the plot right now. Losing it. So let me give you because they've got the different sections from the last year's election. The first,
yeah. But let's talk about Learn to Code, right? And
yeah, a bit of Temple with Learn to Code. It's another tab that I got open, wanting to check out later. But yeah, let's have a look at this, right? So you can see the look on the face here. She is not happy. Let's go and check out the Young Turks, shall we? This will be good. Ryan Lincoln Gaming, thanks for the super chat, brother. He says, if Trump wins and it's a Republican Senate vote, I will love to see the dumpster fire of my feminist.
The Latinos, they showed up because they wanted to.
I would also love to see a video footage of your family members pulling their hair out. Not because I want anything to happen to your family members, but just because I love to see people losing the plot out of emotion, not out of logic. Hang on. Let's do this. Just loading it up. And Aussie MGTOW Bear, that is a very good point. Aussie MGTOW Bear just said, please keep the language tame. We can't have a channel ban. I agree with that. But definitely we can express ourselves definitively without needing to resort to foul language that will likely get the channel kicked off.
Ever admit the part that we play and what happens in those countries.
Oh man, Ryan Lincoln Gaming, what a super chatter! Thanks again, man. I appreciate that other super chat, man. Very generous of you. Thank you very much. Man, I have the feeling the internet is in overload right now. Come on. What are these people saying? You look like you need, you look like you need a Snickers. Trump 2020. This is what I came here for. Let it go. Let it go. I'll give you These guys are just trolling the Young Turks at this point. I'll give another 5 if Anna will flash her milkies. I don't want to see Anna flash her milkies, personally. But, you know, each to their own, right? Each to their own. This is really frustrating. Steve Evans says, remember to not make air travel plans, people. The celebs, sports celebs, and Dems all need available seats to leave. Remember they said they'll all, or if Trump wins, they'll all leave. Yeah, they'll leave. They're going to just, they're going to go and live in Canada. Remember the promises they made to you all in the last election? They didn't come through on any of them. That was such a circus. Such a circus. Diesel says, I live in Cali and they're about to jump off the cliff out here if Trump wins. All right, cool. So now, let's touch on this point, right? Let's go and have a look how Cali's doing right now. States. California. Let's break this down, shall we? Oh, hang on. Looks like we haven't actually. No. West Coast, California. We haven't. N-word, I'm hot, like Phoenix, Arizona. So they haven't started there yet, but I mean, I bet they're running scared. Because look at this. This is happening. Looks like a wave to me. Looks like a wave. Because like if we put this into perspective, right? Imagine if California, oh my goodness, wow. If California were to go red, people would go psychotic. Like they would go bananas. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you. And yeah, look, Texas is a close race. I mean, it's not really. There's 400,000 more Trump voters, but look, anything could happen. Anything could happen. In fact, what's the population of Texas? I wonder if we can catch any states out with more votes than, than people. So Texas has got 28.996 million. So let's go to Texas, shall we? Let's dig deep. Okay, so there's nowhere near the population is voting. That's what I was thinking. Like, I don't think you're going to find any states where you're going to have the whole entire population, if not more than the population, voting. Just don't think it's feasible to expect that to happen. Ryan says they better not come here in Canada. It's liberal enough. Oh man. Ryan, I hope they don't come to you either, brother. I hope they don't come to you. Thank you for that super chat, bro. Yeah. And look, that is absolutely correct. Whatever happens, they're going to go bananas. Because here's the thing, right? It's like, you know, if a woman dies, she's the primary victim. Right? It's not the husband who's the primary victim. If the husband dies, the woman's still the primary victim because, well, she lost her husband. So no matter what way leftists twist things, it's always going to be one person as the victim and one person as the bad guy. And it's always going to be the case. So when Chinab says whatever happens, they're going to go bananas, he's absolutely 100% correct. And I'll tell you why. Because if you have a Biden presidency, that is going to embolden these people, embolden them to go and destroy everything. If we have a Trump presidency, they're going to try and destroy everything anyway. So either way, it's a bit screwed. And 1968 Barracuda says, Ryan Lincoln Gaming, sorry, man, it's your turn. We've hosted these damn commies here in California since the 80s. Hey, Barracuda, man, you underestimate the amount of commies in Canada right now. So one of the people in this chat actually has a company and are going to have to, and you can identify yourself if you want, if you are that person, but they're going to have to get a woman on their board of directors. Otherwise, they're going to have to pay a $250,000 fine. Sorry, Canadian dollar fine. Like that's commies right there, controlling everything about it. So, presidential race by state. So, yeah, we got all of these. Let's see what we got here. Not too many incumbencies for Biden. But yeah, like it looks like there's certain states where it's in the bag, basically. It's in the bag from the looks of it. And it says Chicago stays blue because of the votes from the horizontal apartment complexes throughout the city and then the state of Illinois. See, here's the thing, Jonah. I don't know. I mean, look, you could very well be right, and maybe you are. And I certainly don't want to discredit what you're saying. And, I think you've got a very good point. And typically that would be the case. I don't think there's any normal election, though. It's just not just any election. But it's possible. It's possible that Chicago might flip. Possible. Where's Chicago anyway? Sorry, my US geography, I know I know the names of all the states, but in terms of the orientation on the map, I'm a little off. Let's go and check out Chicago, actually. I'm going to go by states because you can actually check out all this stuff. And for anyone who's interested in the YouTube description link, I've actually put the link to this particular page that I'm checking out. Let's go. Oh my God. Such a dumbass. I told you that geography was not my strong point. So Chicago is in Illinois. It's all right. Shoot. hate on me later, guys. Hate on me later. See, this is Illinois. Wowee. So the probability, but what do we got? Just flicking through all of these different areas. So yeah, Jersey's very red, 72.4%, 76.6. Wow. That's crazy, man. I cannot believe that I have to go and look at Google Maps for this. I can't believe it. I feel like such a failure to you American guys. All right. So I'm having a look here. All right, I'm looking at Illinois here. So yeah, there we go. So Chicago should be up here. Like, does Chicago fit into one of these, like, I don't know. I actually don't know quite how it works. If someone in the comments could enlighten me as to where Chicago fits into this picture in Illinois, I would love to know. So here we go. Ryan Lincoln Gaming says, I'm for Trump as well, but we black people are considered as Uncle Toms. That's what's happening, man. That's what's happening. And he also says, being a business owner and politically in the middle with right-leaning morals is a bad mix here. The Canadian commie will get you. Yeah, Justin Trudeau will be after you. That is for sure. There's no doubt about that. Here you go. Here we go. It's in Cook and DuPage County. So, yeah, so this is the, wow, yeah, Chicago's going to Biden. Look, the voting's only 6% in for DuPage, but it's 90% in for Cook. And we're talking like 72% to 27% Trump. So Chicago's going to Biden. There's no question in my mind that that's mathematically it's impossible for it to go to Trump at this point, from what I'm seeing. So there's that. They've got this thing called probability meters, and I love this probability meter actually. It's really, really cool. So, is it giving any probability for California yet? No, it won't give me any probabilities until such time as we actually have some color on the screen and to indicate whether, it's leaning towards Democrat or leaning towards Republican, or whether we're simply looking at a straight win for any particular one. So, Minnesota. I think Minnesota is an interesting one that I would like to have a look at here. Let's check out Minnesota. Because obviously there's been a lot of stuff going on. Damn. There's really suckers for punishment over there in Minnesota, huh? But then again, it's only 47% in. I mean, like, I know in St. Louis, we've got a strong Biden lead. Cook. So in these areas, it's not huge disparity, a little bit. 70% there. See, all of these areas are undecided still. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that happens. One of my favorite things with this interactive, like this live coverage, is just seeing states just being like either flip or go dark color. Just so like, okay, that's locked in. Like now I know where I'm at. So what do we got right now? Wait, I'm sure I saw more blue. So it actually shows up differently on mobile, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's show you what I'm saying. Here we go. 2020. You go. So on mobile, this is actually, bring my StreamYard preview up here so I can see. This is how it actually shows up. Right, it shows up like this. Whereas if you go horizontal, then it turns into the map that you can see below. So it's actually interesting to see that mobile view, because you kind of get a bit more of a visual picture. So I'm seeing here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 confirmed full state. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's 14 confirmed Dem states. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 confirmed Republican states, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 states leaning Republican and 4 leading Democrats. Oh, I think as things become more and more evident, this is why the betting odds are changing. Man, I'm so glad I put my bet on when I did, because if I'd bet on Biden because the odds were good, like just because I thought if I'd bet on Biden, not only would I have gotten crappy odds the other day, but I would have lost. And if I bet on it today, I would have gotten great odds, but I still would have lost. Like I know it's not over till it's over, but this is just my prediction. This is what I really think is going to happen. What else we got here in the chat? Says Jonas says my uncle a long time ago worked up there in Chicago before joining the Marines, and Successful Endeavors says the rural and outlying areas predominantly vote red. The major cities cancel out and overrun them with the Democrat votes. Farting Pickle says, I live in Texas. There's a good chance that in the coming elections, Texas has a good chance of going blue with 38 electoral votes. You reckon? Let's have a dig in Texas. Let's go to Texas. Man, the popular vote is actually widening. I think it looks like a lot of people are voting for independence. The probability meter. Wow, look at this, 85% likelihood that Trump is going to become president. Damn, son. Damn. We have got. So, I mean, Texas has been a red state. John McCain, Mitt Romney, DJT. Look, guys, check this out. So if it's faint, it's, wow, 81% for Trump, 83.7%, 78.3%. And this is 88% in, 82% in at 78.6, 71.5% at 80%, 68.5 at 88%, 85.7 at 11% in. So that's still got a way to go. And 91% with 12% in. Wow, this is crazy. Let's look for some. So 82% in, 56% Republican leaning, 68% in with 76.7% Trump, 76% with 75% votes in. Guys, here's the thing. The polling has closed for all of these areas. And if you guys do want to check out this stuff in detail for yourself, and you want to kind of pick if it's your state, you want to like go to specific areas and look for yourself, feel free to check out the link below on YouTube. I have provided a link to this, and all you need to do is just click on states up the top here, and then you can see all of these details, and you can flick between states. So like, for example, North Carolina, you can flick across to North Carolina. It's going to come up shortly. They're 93% in. Ryan Lincoln Gaming, Democrat states have these in common: high taxes, terrible unemployment rates, extreme left-wing rhetoric, particularly in the universities, I might add. People moving out to cheaper states. Yeah, look, that is correct, Ryan. That is correct. And, you know, while Ryan is a Canadian, he does have a pretty good grappling hook into the current political landscape in the US. I've spoken to him about that. So, yeah, he's spot on with that. You're 100% correct. And North Carolina, it is looking like we've got some areas that are Biden with a decent lead. But then the areas that are Trump are similar kind of ratio. Whoa, hey, we just got some more areas of North Carolina turn red as we speak. That just happened. You saw it live. Wow. This is heating up. I wonder what's going on down in Florida. Let's check out Florida. Let's have a look at this. Florida, come through for me, baby, because it's pretty close in terms of gross numbers. 95% chance that it's going to be Republican. Wow. We were. Damn, son. Damn. Even in Palm Beach. Why am I not surprised? Palm Beach. Snoop Dogg's favorite hangout. Can't believe. Man, I used to love Snoop Dogg. And then he became a retard. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. He became a leftist. It's not. I mean, look. You're only stupid if you have all of the information on both sides of the coin at your disposal, and you still vote for Biden. And look, I don't know. Actually, maybe that's too harsh. I'm not going to make any. Look, obviously, I'm a little biased. But I'm biased for good reasons. Like, I've seen what's been going on. I've seen, look. If Biden was not in cognitive decline and he wasn't so much of a puppet of his handlers, I wouldn't have as much of an issue with him. That's just the God honest truth. I'm not even religious, and I'll tell you it's the God honest truth. So, man, this is big numbers. Look, 76%, 73%, 70%. 76%, 90%. Wow. 80%. So, and then there's 3 remaining counties which are heavily leaning towards Republicans. And then you've got 3 counties which are, there's definitely leaning to Democrat. It's not by an insane amount as such. So, yeah, Biden is done in Florida. Diesel, I agree with you totally. So where's Fort Lauderdale? I'm going to go and have a look at that and see how that's faring. So let's see if we can find Fort Lauderdale in here. Fort Lauderdale, wherefore art thou? There we go. It's kind of like towards the East Coast. So, guys, like as I said, I'm sorry, my geographics is not fantastic. Not gonna lie. So Fort Lauderdale is in Florida, yes. Just having a look at. Okay, so it's down that bottom corner there. So we're probably, which county is it in? Broward County. So here it is. Okay, so Fort Lauderdale has gone to the Dems. That answers that. Fort Lauderdale. Trump ahead is Trump. Yeah, Trump. Let's go to Pennsylvania because that's another big state. I mean, if Trump takes out Pennsylvania, that's big news. Just oh wow, I've just had a message from I'm going to call it a Floridanian, a Florida resident, and he's told me Florida has just been called for Trump. Florida. Wowee. So here's Pennsylvania. Oh, geez, look at the red. Okay, first I want to see how much of a margin there is with the blue. All right, let's. Whoa, hey, wow, what? The map just updated? Did we just get Florida? Did Florida just take it out? Florida, baby. Florida just took the W. Not by a huge margin, but by enough to give some breathing space. So it's like, it's funny, right? Because all these like Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, like a lot of this is going to the Dems, but a lot of these big areas, Republican. Oh, hello. Wait, how can that be? Something's not right here. So California has just popped up, and apparently it's already been called as Dems. But reporting is only 3% in. So that's impossible. Man, is this some some fake news meddling going on here? Look, it's leaning towards Biden in Napa Valley. Santa Clara is 78.7. Got 56.8, and we got 58.3 in Inyo. I mean, look, it's honestly not going to surprise me if this still goes to California. It's really not. But yeah, it must be. It must be a prediction. Must be. So Biden's 56% winning Oregon. Look, here's the legend. It says declared, right? Dark red or dark blue. How is this declared? 0% in. Like don't even have a single vote. 12 votes. 12. 7 votes. 55 votes. Oh, hang on. So that must be the Electoral College votes. So I get. Let's see. I don't know how that works. It's confusing me a little. Free Cat says Pelosi is dragging the counting process out. How would Pelosi be able to do that? Montana's still looking strong. Arizona. Come on, Arizona. You can do it. New Mexico. So they need a strong pull. I'm actually surprised that Alaska is counting it. I actually didn't know that Alaska was considered as part. I actually, you know what? I should have guessed. Actually, should have guessed, because I see a lot of the shows on like the documentaries where you see like the people building houses in Alaska and flying stuff in and out, and they've always got a US accent. So I should have known that Alaska was part of the US. Another geography fail on my part. This Jong says, is Minnesota red now? Minnesota, it is looking red. It's looking red. So even though we have barely any votes in for California, and barely any votes in for Washington and Oregon in the overall scheme of things, they're already calling. Yeah, zoom out. Oh yeah, there we go. So look at all of these swaths of red. Look at all this red. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Dem counties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. How is that declared a blue state? How is that declared? Wow. Let's have a look at Washington. They don't even have any counties declared yet, let alone voted, and they've already declared it. Come on, guys. Like, I know you're just trying to stop the leftists from bashing in your door and burning your house down, but let's be real here. Let's be real. Okay, so look, and here we go, California. I'll wear that, right? Because clearly, hang on, let me just clarify that. So this is California's here. We've got 5 counties here already voted for Biden. So that's fair enough, you know. If that looks like it's leaning to California, but it's not declared, guys. Man, this is the fake news media at its best. Either that or they just don't know how to run one of these things. Apparently they did it last year, so I don't know why they're messing it up this year. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see how we're comparing. So far, things are looking pretty comparable across the West Coast. Iowa is leaning towards Biden, but it's not over until the fat lady sings. And when the fat lady sings, she will sing loud. 63% inward reporting. There's about a 5% gap between Biden and Trump, leaning towards Biden. 2016. So everything else is looking pretty similar so far, except for everything's looking so similar. Wow. I mean, if it's looking this similar, I'm not surprised. And, you know, Diesel says Portland and the college towns in Oregon is why it's blue. And I would be inclined to agree with that because we've seen what's coming out of the universities. And look, not all universities are bad. And I know there's some good subjects and STEM is very important, right? I agree with that. Medical schools and whatnot, even though they're bullshitting about biology, there's still, you know, and when I say they're BSing about biology, I'm talking about when they're talking about gender theory and, gender is a social construct. It's like, no. Like my gender is male, your gender is female if you have a vagina. There are some people in between. And this isn't hate speech. This is just pure biology. You know, I actually did a podcast on my podcast. Well, that's what you do in podcasts, right? And I spoke to a woman who had done biology and also sociology. And what she learned in sociology was completely at odds with what she learned in biology. So go figure, right? That just proves that, you know, so much of it is ideological because when social science conflicts with actual science, then you know that there's some ideological conflict going on. And yeah, gender theory is literally a social construct. Funny that, hey. Let's have a look back at Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. Oh, come here, Trump. Give me that sugar. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 confirmed counties, including Washington County. Let me check count again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so about 14, 15 seats. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 leaning towards Biden. So the whole state is definitely leaning red. And all of these other areas, all of it is leaning towards Trump. 60%, 65, 77, 71, 77. Wow. 87. Holy crap. 83%, 86%, 86, 78, 79, 68, 78. And look, guys, I know I'm not, sometimes it's like 79.6. I'm saying it's 79 or it's like, you know, 80.8 and I'm saying it's 80%, but it's just like roughly, right? 82%, 70.5, 79. That is going to be a clean sweep. That is going to be a clean sweep in Pennsylvania. I don't see any other way that it could go. And you got to keep in mind, like, just like with the Electoral College, the Electoral College dictates who wins, not the actual popular vote. But when you win the popular vote and you get the Electoral College vote, that's basically your clear stamp of approval from the majority of Americans. And what you'll find is that there is actually some states that there's a very, very close race, right? To make it, whether it's Republican or Democrat. but within there, you've got the counties, and the counties is kind of like, in a way, I sort of see the counties somewhat like an electoral college for the state, and then you've got the states like the electoral college for the country. I know that's not the correct way of articulating it, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm saying. And Chris, you said made good money tonight betting on Trumpinator. Mate, I'm in the same boat as you. Guys, did you check this out? As Ryan Lincoln Gaming just said. Here we go. Oh, the Senate. That coveted Senate. Look at that gap. And I'm not talking about Punani. I'm talking about the gap. I reckon, man, Republicans could still take this. Honestly, they could still take this. They really could. This is a close race. And Republicans are charging towards but they need an extra 85 to take the House. Democrats need an extra 118. That's a big gap. It's like, 33 extra? Man, this is crazy. This is so good. Oh, man, this is amazing. So, yeah, 29. I wonder, where does it say the number of electoral college? So I'm guessing, I don't know. Is this the number of electoral college votes? I don't know. 200. I'm guessing so. Fuck, it's still a lot. I guess we will see, right? We will see, definitely. Carla's Arcane Masculine Adventures says, why is Virginia blue? That's a good question. Well, they took Delaware and Maryland, so I'd say that's probably a big part of it. But even that's not conclusively decided. Well, I guess they know. I mean, maybe they know how many votes have been lodged and they're doing it based on that. Who knows? Tiny little Democrat pockets. So I mean, I'm guessing this is where the universities are, probably where all the activism is. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Maybe I'm right, but could be wrong. Man, all I know is you better come through for me, Trump Daddy. I don't call anyone Daddy. I'm gonna make an exception today. Oh man. What do we got here? So guys, look, this is I want to bring you guys some entertainment. Let's do this. Let's bring you some entertainment here. It's not easy being overweight and on benefits. Who wants more money from the government to help her diet? Oh, because I bet you're going to eat so much less food when they give you more money. My God. This is why you guys should go and follow the working man on Instagram. He has got the goods. Like so many of his posts are just classic. Reporting on Johnny Depp. Chelsea Handler. Good old Chelsea. Trying to whip 50 Cent into... Man, how is Mel B, hey, asking Eddie Murphy for more money for child support? Come on, man. Really? Really? Shit's out of control. Out of control. But yeah, no, Working Man 20 is all over it, man. I'm actually going to bring that back out as well. I'm just going to send a DM to someone. No, I'm not dropping a DM to some ethot. Let's see. I'm going to invite a few people to the stream. Spice this up a little. Let's get some conversation happening. Some of them are going to check to make sure they're not streaming on their own channel yet. Everyone's doing a stream today, man. Yep, I'm gonna hit him up as well. Some of my favorites. Some of my favorites. Cool. Oh, this is gonna be good. Guys, by the way, please hit the thumbs up on this video if you are watching right now. Oh, so savage. Man, Antifa is ready to go. Man, I'm telling you, Antifa are gonna go ape. Look, here we go. Antifa election. All right, let's pull up some articles on this. Guys, this is what we're dealing with. This is why I'm predicting Trump's going to win. Antifa and large left organizations plan chaos on election night. This is a leaked Zoom call, man. I got to get in on this. I want to see what's going on. Probably a uni professor there. Leaked info from a Zoom call that instructed and coordinated groups like Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and Shut Down DC show any violence in the nation's capital is pre-planned. Ooh. Let's have a look at this leaked call about the...
Let's go to Jeff in North Carolina. Hello, Jeff.
Hey, I'm doing good.
Good.
I'm a first-time voter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like you. I was a Ted Cruz guy. Loved him. I was afraid that Trump was kind of going to be a guy to come in and spoil the election. I kind of thought he was working under the cover for the Democrats to kind of come in and help Hillary out.
Mm.
But he did what he said he was going to do. He's protected the unborn. He protects our freedoms. He has done great for this country. And after 4 years, I think he truly loves this country.
I think he's the only one in my lifetime, with Reagan, maybe the exception, that has actually done everything that he said he was going to do, for the most part, the border, et cetera, et cetera. But even the stuff I don't like the trade with China. But he has done the things I thought for sure he would never do. He'd never do those things. Mm-hmm. And he did.
I mean, the Jerusalem situation is probably the one that stands out the most in that regard. Like the fact that what he's done in the Middle East, the fact that we've seen multiple countries now come on the side of normalizing relations with Israel.
Just came online.
I mean,
that's crazy.
It's amazing.
That one I would have never
No way.
honestly.
No
never.
way.
I mean, the Supreme Court justices, he did, say he had a list of them and everything.
Yeah,
and
but look at the Bush
appointments.
appointments. The Bush appointments sometimes were like, okay.
Yeah. And I honestly I was not even convinced he was going to pick off the list frankly. I mean, and you
Right.
could
And he
argue
did.
he at least the first one he did, and then
Yeah.
he made a new list and picked the other two
Right.
off of that one. So,
Right.
but still, I mean, they're all in the pocket of approval from things like the Federalist Society. They're very much normal to good Republican picks,
And
which I did not expect.
He just signed another international
Where's this Zoom call?
agreement on abortion, that it's not an international right. And he
Right.
signed on with 30 other countries.
Got us out. Remember, one of the things.
I think this is where it's at.
We can divide it up easily about in the city. So where are all the police stations?
Go back a little bit.
Listen to what they are plotting.
Yes.
Here it is.
So we began to put together a list of things we want to know about in the city. So where are all the police stations? Because it's good to know where the police are. Where are all the key government buildings? Where are all the media outlets? Who are the Trump boosters? So we're talking about what would it take to surround the White House and have people do stuff. We can divide it up easily with affinity groups. We have to be willing to put our bodies on the line and take on some discomfort, sacrifice, risk in order to change things. And I've been in conversations where people have never thought about having a gun or like, should I have a gun? But I think we have to know. And
it's going to take a sec to come back up there. But I mean, look, we can see the clear
I'm going to talk a little bit in a few minutes about what do we do when guns are in the mix. So again,
So let's actually, you know what? Let's get in here.
chaos is a soup by which change emerges. Let's get cooking.
Her name's, I think, is Lisa Fithan, Fithan, if I'm not mistaken.
What do we do when guns are in the mix? So
Lisa
again,
Fithian. She, her. Let's have a look for Lisa Fithian. Let's go down the rabbit hole. Lisa Fithian is an American political activist and protest organizer. Lisa Fithian, communist organizer and paid anarchist, began her work in the mid-1970s as a member of, you guessed it, student government in her high school and in Skidmore College. So basically, she's been a useless POS for the last, 45 years, roughly. Right. So, yeah. Kenstonius Rex says, what's up, Sydney from California? USA word duck duking it out. The fembots attack is raging. Man, I feel bad for you guys in California. Like, and I'm not saying like in a, oh my God, I feel pity for you way, but like I genuinely, like I'm concerned for you. Like let's have a look what's going on in California right now. Oh man. It's not looking good for California. I was expecting that. I was expecting it. But that's just how I see it, right? So back to this video, right? And Lisa Fithian, she, how I always say that feminists, all they want is power, money, power, and control. Here we go. Discover the networks. Longtime community organizer and direct action agitator, a key organizer of the violent demonstrations caused the shutdown of the 1991 World Trade Organization meetings in Seattle, served as a human shield in actions conducted by the International Solidarity Movement in the Palestinian cities of Jenin and Nablus. I hope I've pronounced that right. Has accused Israel of slaughtering Palestinians every single day, seeks to create crisis because crisis is that edge where change is possible. She has no intention of peace. She only wants things the way she wants it or nothing. And she wants a communist country. Is the top street level organizer of the Occupy Wall Street movement. Wow, this chick is heavy duty. So she's not playing.
Chaos is a soup by which change emerges. Let's get cooking. Again, we didn't cause the war. We didn't ask for this war. Many of us here because we want to fight it. We
It's
want
war.
something different. What are we willing to do? Right? Because again, we're not dealing with.
What are we willing to do? Look how it says escalating resistance. Man, she's going to die soon. She's going to die soon.
People with just simple guns. We're dealing with people with AR, AK-47s, multiple rounds, a lot of shootings. So, yeah, we are going to be in a crisis, but we want it to be one that we are creating. We want to make sure that we are on the offense and not the defense. We want them to be responding to us and us not responding to them. In a situation of a coup or an insurrection or an uprising, whoever's got the guns often can win. We should be clear.
Huh.
Like, it's got to go. Trump's got to go.
He's got to go. Trump's got to go. That's all she wants. She just wants Trump gone.
In order to achieve what they did, they knew they had to take over important government buildings. They knew they had to try and win over members of the police and army, and they had to protect each other. I think we don't have a lot of experience taking over government.
We don't have a lot of experience taking over government. You hear what she just said?
Buildings. And we might need to
Government
think
buildings.
about that. And I know.
Wow, we need to think about taking over government buildings. Yeah, that's a great idea. Not. I mean, it is if you want to cause chaos, but not if you want to stay out of jail.
As I said earlier, how, we may find ourselves in the streets with people with different tactics than ours, but there may be some people that are willing to break the windows to get into the government buildings. If that's what we need to do, then we shouldn't fight about that. Let's do that.
Let's break windows to get into government buildings.
This sounds like a suburban mom. I mean, she
Unbelievable.
sounds. These are the three groups out of the 200 that the Democrats have partnered with to create chaos. We showed you all of the documentation. The 200 groups, I think that came out in maybe the New York Times, maybe about a week ago, about how these 200.
I love this, by the way. Lisa Fithian has been working for non-violent social change since the mid-1970s. Yeah, right. Lisa became active in the mid-70s, serving as president of the student government in high school, where she successfully organized students to fight back against austerity budgets that gutted student funding and led a successful student walkout. So basically, she encouraged people to walk out of the school because they were trying to be financially responsible. That's what I presume she means by that. That's my takeaway. Look, that maybe the school was being greedy. I couldn't say, but that's quite often when there's funding cuts, it's for a good reason. Let's move to more recent times, because 2010s is where it gets really, wow, that's meaty. She joined the labor movement. Justice for janitors, bridge blockades, global justice movement, shutting down the World Trade Organization. I mean, I've got my own issues with the World Trade Organization, but I'm sure my motivations were different to hers. Yep. Of course they were nonviolent direct action training. I'm sure they were. I don't doubt for a second that they were peaceful. Not. Here's the thing, discover the networks. Right, this is where it gets really interesting. Because we look at this is a great website. Wow. So it shows what organizations she's connected with. one of which is Occupy Wall Street, Students for a Democratic Society. Yeah, more like a communist society. Already admitted that. Justice League, International Solidarity Movement. All these things sound great. But here's the people she's actually connected with. So Michael Moore, Barack Obama, George Soros, Bill Clinton, Al Gore, Susan Sarandon, Nancy Pelosi. I'm curious to see, right? I'm curious to see. He's listed as being associated with. I kind of want to get a bit of context into how these connections are calculated. So, for example, like with Donald Trump, if he was named as associated with Biden, with Pelosi, then probably not a good indicator of that being an alliance or an alignment as such. Wow, they really don't want Donald Trump to come up here, do they? Let's go Ilhan Omar, Bernie Sanders, AOC. Yeah, of course. All the standard ones. All the standard ones. Cool. Let's go back to this. Let's see what's changed on the map. What do we got? Nebraska looks like mainly red. Wow. Geez, there's not much changing from last year. Wait, all states have been declared. It's not possible. Oh, it's a tight race. It's a very tight race. Very tight. So let's close that one up. Also, here we go. BLM Antifa far left promise rioting if Trump wins from California Globe. I don't trust much from California, but I trust this article because it's pretty much exactly in line with whatever I see is the case. So let's go back actually. Here we go. Antifa and BLM, along with other far-left groups across the country, are promising there will be riots if Donald Trump wins an election and challenges Joe Biden loses. Of course, they're sore losers. That's why. Man, I bet you that the poor cops in the states where they've got a heap of leftist activists that go Republican, man, they got a task on their hands. No, I'm telling you, they are going to struggle to deal with this shit. They're going to struggle. So Biden has just overtaken Trump with the popular vote, not by much. Not by much. Trump did say if he loses, he's never speaking to America again. I wouldn't blame him. Look, I'm sure there's just a little bit of jest in there, but there's also a little bit of truth to it. Like, after everything he's actually done for the country, but then it's like the fake news media are the real problem. They're the real problem. So, for example, how does that even happen? Look at that. I guess there's only small voting populations in these areas. The Dems have taken out the big chunks there. They got the big numbers. That's how. Washington. This will be interesting. Hillary Clinton. Wow. Best of luck to Washington. Best of luck to them. Wait. What does this mean? Holy crap. Dude, did they do a bait and switch? Oh my God. I was freaking the hell out for a second. I thought that they'd done a bait and switch and taken Biden and switched him out with Hillary. And I was like, what the hell? But that's my little freak out there. It's whew. I'm calm. Do we have enough? See, this is where they're being clever. They've just focused on these little counties here with the big numbers. They've focused on campaigning there. That's what they've done. Very clever. Well played. Make promises to the people with the largest populations. How are we going? We're still leading in Montana. Had some counties declared. Nice. 6 counties declared. Jeez, look at Texas. Texas is smashing it. Wow, there's some areas that have just got almost no voters at all. That's like not even 1,000 voters. Holy crap. Very small amounts, little pockets there. But, look, it all adds up. It honestly all adds up. Time will tell. Time will tell. So North Carolina, how's that going? It's leaning towards Trump. Cody, I hope that's true. It says, sorry, I apologize. Dick, when the election gets held up for a week, there will technically be no president. The military will, as per protocol, take power in the absence of it as an acting president. Please do that. Please. Please. I want to see the military come in. Oh, man, this is it's getting crazy, getting tense. What do you guys reckon is going to happen? So close on the Senate, so close. If they get, look, even if the Dems win the election, if Republicans get the Senate and the House, the Dems aren't going to be able to do anything for 4 years. Not going to be able to do a thing. No executive orders. No executive orders. No expanding the Supreme Court. Nothing. Wonder what's going to. No doubt Pelosi will stay on under a Democrat government. Pelosi's got to go, man. Pelosi's crazy. I'll tell you what. If Pelosi gets elected again, there's only one thing I've got to say.
No.
But without the laughing, because that would be a bad thing. But if Trump gets in,
My man.
Oh man, this is gonna be a tense one. Goji Berry says Joe needs 60 more. He has 30 at best. Yeah. Man, fingers crossed you're right on that one. Fingers crossed you're right. Goji Berra, I hope you're right, man. I hope. But I mean, that's very possible because look, obviously with the time zones, a lot of these states drop first and then it kind of moves across. And there's still like a lot of areas to declare. So there's still some big numbers ready to go in here. Still some big numbers. It's really, really going to come down to the wire. Seriously. Cowboy says, does anyone know, has Pennsylvania declared? Well, that 52% voted. 52%. And it is 56% Trump's way. So, I mean, that's a pretty big swing. It's a pretty big gap. So we got like 14% difference. 14%. Yeah. Now, proven 22X is the dark and light blue do not add up to 270. That's a good point. That's a good point. Because there would need to be another. Sorry, it doesn't add up to 270. So 223, 270. So Biden needs another 57 electoral college votes. Needs another 57. There's a few potentially in Nebraska for him. There's a few in Minnesota. Yeah, man, you're right. You're right. Wow. Because a lot of these have already been called. In especially in a lot of these smaller areas, like your Rhode Islands and your Massachusetts and your Connecticut and Vermont and whatnot. These are not big states. They don't have a huge amount of electoral college votes. It's just that. Sorry, trying to articulate it properly. Some of these smaller areas have actually got. It's kind of like lots of 2-cent coins, like lots of dollar coins compared to $100 note. And we got lots. You could get less $100 notes, but you still make more. It's probably a bit of a stretch in terms of comparison, maybe like closer to 50s and hundreds. But whatever. Without all the data and maths in front of me, I can't do the proper analytics. Daniel Corica, thank you for the super chat, brother. Good to see you as always. It says, I'm disappointed in my home state of New York, still hoping for Trump to win. Man, New York. It's been declared, but is it a win yet? Look, here's the thing. New York. This is cool. You can kind of break it down a little bit even more. Oh, sorry, no. That was clicking other states. So New York. Man, you kidding me? Look, sure, New Jersey, okay. They got like Trump's getting his ass handed to him. Hang on. Guys, look. I told you my geography is terrible in the US. So this is the New York. So that's it there. So this area here, that's New York. Okay. So let's see. We've got Sullivan County, Cortland, and Onondaga. You know what? Like Fox News are just setting the leftists up for a massive fall. Because there's a lot of votes in here. There's a lot of votes when you add them all up. And then you add these two counties together and Broome County. I mean, sure, you've got Steuben County there. So whereabouts is New York? The actual city of New York. New York City. So looking for anything familiar, guys. You might be able to help. You might be able to help me out. Whereabouts is New York City, like the actual smack bang city? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, to the right of New Jersey. All right. So this is still New York. Okay. Can we zoom in further on this? No. Let me zoom the rest of the page in, but just not the image part. So that kind of sucks. Wang Island. So look, I mean, let me just have a look at this here. So New York is the penis. New York is the penis. New York City. All right, so that's in that little. Okay, I see it. I see it. So it's like, man, I can barely get into it. It's just like, it's like tucked in there. Oh, there we go. Bronx, Queens. Yeah, so Bronx has got 69%. Biden. Queens is declared. Queens is in 70% Biden, 100% reported. Just trying to like, there we go. Bronx is 89% in. Yeah, Biden's getting that as well. Biden's taking New York City. There's no, it's not even a question. Kings County, yeah, it's all over. It's all over for New York City. Sorry, New Yorkers. Texas 38 plus Georgia 16 plus North Carolina 15 plus Pennsylvania 20 equals 89. Michigan 16 plus Ohio equals 8. 18 equals 24 in total. No, that's 34. So 34 plus 40, 50, 70, 71. Drop the phone, no good. Let's wait this out. So 38 plus 16 plus 15 plus 20, 89, 100%. Plus 16, 123. 123. Here. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. Yeah, so it's going to be 241. It's going to be really man, this race is drawing close. Because remember there was a much bigger gap. Like before Trump was like sub 200 and Biden was like 223 and I'm like, "Oh man, Biden's going to take this out." But Biden stalled. So like let's do some timing on this, right? So I'm going to take a quick after I get this shit untangled. Take a quick snap of this. There we go. All right. Let's get the timer going. Stopwatch. Reset. Start. Let's see how long it over what kind of time span. I'm even going to start up a little Excel spreadsheet here with timestamps, just so I can see the progression for myself. Ah, Barracuda. I would love to wear the wig. I actually don't know where it is at the moment, bro. Hang on. Do I? Let's see if I can find the wig. Let's see if I can find it, guys. Guys, I'm sorry. I cannot find the wig. I can't find it. I don't know where it is, but I can't find it for the life of me. So that really sucks. That really sucks. But, look, it is what it is. How are we going right now? Where are we at right now? Let's zoom out a little bit so I can fit more on the screen. That's the one. Trevor says we can say for certain that Kamala has won. I don't know. Can we? Can we say that? I don't know. I'm not going to take that defeat just yet. I'm not going to take that defeat just yet. Man. Kamala cannot, because we all know that Kamala's the one that's going to win this in the end. This is where's this? See, this is the real agenda, guys. This is a real agenda. It's administration. You know what, guys? Actually, this Twitter feed that's going on right now, this is actually kind of amusing. I'm going to share this with you. Let's do this. Oh, hang on. Or was it? Here we go. Are we having fun yet? Anyone worried about Ohio and Texas? WTF, Arizona? Can we all just agree that whoever wins this election, we all behave? Admittedly, I've had a drink or two, but California just called California for Trump. Oh, shit. And Coulter about to start a riot. What do we got? Yep. Yeah, I believe you. You called the presidential race for Trump 2016 and everyone laughed. I'm going to give that a thumbs up there. What else we got? Oh my God, I said the same thing 20 minutes ago to my boyfriend. He looked like I had two heads. Young Turks totally melting down. Let's give them the link right now, shall we? Let's give them the link. Let's show a bit of love. We'll go Young Turks. Election coverage. Copy link address. Let's share that link. There we go. Enjoy. And I'm going to go see if I can bring it up now, actually.
You sign up. You know what trees do? Not a big deal, but one large tree can provide a day's supply of oxygen for up to 4 people. That's 40 people's oxygen just by signing up at aspiration.com/TYT. Sign up for a free spend and save account right now.
Okay. Keep advertising.
Is well underway all across the country, and we hope you've either already voted or have a plan in place to vote so that you know your vote will count. And while you're at it, let everyone else know how important it is that they get out and vote too, with a vote hat.
And so Mad Mikto was saying a Kamala presidency?
Or a Blue Nami shirt, or any of the other election-themed items currently available at shoptyt.com. Vote, and let's make change happen now.
Like all small businesses, we're struggling through this pandemic right now. We are doing a drive to keep TYT healthy. We want to be able to keep doing it, and it's been a Herculean task.
Ready for transport.
We're trying to raise $2 million overall, $200,000 a month if we can. If you can, and only if you can, tyt.com/go. Seriously, because we can't sustain this show without you. So thank you for making all this possible.
Where else can I feel as free as I do here to do what I do? And I wouldn't be able to do what I do if it weren't for all the people who have really carried us throughout the years.
You're our ultimate boss. We report to you guys. And if you don't like what we're doing on air or we're not telling the truth, boom, you fire us.
We're not the Young Turks. You're the Young Turks.
Keep TYT alive. Healthy, wonderful, awesome, independent, progressive. Keep it all those things. In fact, we have a new theme. Press on. Get it? It's a double meaning. tyt.com/go.
Okay, I'm going to get back to the meltdown in a second because that's clearly an ad, not what I actually want to be seeing. But this is here. Here we go.
I am so honored to introduce the next president.
Come on.
I am so honored to introduce the next president of the United States, Senator Kamala Harris.
Guys, did you hear that?
I am so honored to introduce the next president of the United States, Senator Kamala Harris. I am so honored.
Did you hear that? I did. And I actually also heard her say it herself. Come on. Harris administration video. Here we go. letting the tongue slip, too far ahead of themselves. They're telling you what the agenda is, point blank. Well, it'd be better if they told me with the volume up. There we go. I'll do it again.
A Harris administration together with Joe Biden.
A Harris administration together with Joe Biden. Wow. All right. And guys, and that's the truth. They're letting the truth slip. They can't help themselves. They cannot help themselves. They really can't. They always let the truth slip. Here we go. Kamala is already killing off Joe. She absolutely is. Absolutely brazen. I wonder when she and not. Oh man, her and Pelosi butting heads. Oh damn, that'd be fiery. I'm sure the Harris administration will be able to find something for Biden to do around here. I'm sure they'll find something for him to do. Yep. Yeah, it's not called a Pence administration together with Donald Trump, so it could not be any clearer. So could it be any clearer that they're actually trying to elect Kamala? Exactly. Without having to debate or be vetted. This is the goal. This is the goal. When he says horrible there, right? Translates.google.com. Check this out. Gonna go from Finnish. There we go. That is the Finnish translation of Kamala. So from now on, I shall call her by her Finnish name, Horrible Harris. Yeah, Horrible Harris is her Finnish name. Literally, that's the translation. And yeah, look, it is the biggest bait and switch that we have ever seen in election history, ever. That is so. Here we go. Where are we at now? What do we have before? We had, I think it was 223 to 204. Yep. So Biden's got another few. So let's have a look at the time on this timestamp. 15, 6. Trump, Biden. Seven, 24. Now at 409. What was 223 to 204? And give me some more Trump votes, baby. Give me some more. Man, this is a super, 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 super close. Popular vote. Super close. Arizona flipped state. That just happened. Arizona has flipped from red to blue. Wow. I wonder if it had any other flips. What are the other states that have flipped, if any? So these are all the hot ones. These are all the ones that are really important, apparently. So the hot race, 52.76% Trump, 52.67% in Iowa, 54.28 in Michigan. He's losing Minnesota. North Carolina is just ahead by a couple of percentage points. Nevada hasn't been captured yet. Ohio has been declared as a Trump state. Texas declared Trump state, 52%. Pennsylvania is holding at 57% with 58% in. And Wisconsin at 76% in. It's still anyone's game at this point. But yeah, Republicans are charging towards taking the House. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm just going to put another column here. Okay, cool. So, Electoral College. Biden and Trump. M's. Senate. House. Michigan and Wisconsin are going to decide it. Okay. Let's have a look at Michigan and Wisconsin, see how they're tracking. Wisconsin, whoa. It's looking good. Looking good. Yeah, it's looking strong for Trump in Wisconsin. And what else we got? You said Michigan. Michigan. Looking strong also. A couple of areas declared already. TAB odds are predicting a Trump win. Yeah, they are. You know what? Oh, my man. Home brand rule says I just put 10K at 1.55 on Trump 30 minutes ago. Guys, let's go and do some digging, right? tab.com.au. Let's go and look at what all the betting sites are saying, because the betting sites don't want to lose. US Election Hub. Here we go. Let's do this. So Trump $2.50 to win, Biden 156. Okay. What do we got on Sportsbet? It's a little dot there. JT put 5K on Trump at $2.7. I put 2 on him at 2.97. I put 2 on at 2.97. So fingers crossed on that bad boy. We've got US election. So the odds are actually against Biden with Sportsbet. So they're leaning towards Trump winning. Go back to Betfair. Presidential election. Yeah, baby. So it's only 1.82 odds for Trump to win and 2.2 for Biden to win. So it's still, they're still estimating that Trump is slightly more likely to win. Let's see what else. Hang on, guys. My dad's calling me. Family first, right? Hang on.
an ideological kind of concept, you know, that never works. We all know it can't work, you know. It never worked. They tried that kind of business in Russia, you know. It was Karl Marx's idea, the German, you know, the Russians tried it. And, they had all these farms, kind of farming plots, you know. And anyway, it was all shared, you know. It went to a kind of cooperative and was shared. It just never worked because people stopped working. No, I'm not going to work my pan out for nothing, you know. You there? Hello?
All right, can you hear me now? All right.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So, I hope Trump wins. I think he will. He's definitely closing in on Biden for sure.
But if he does, it will be the same sort of thing as Bill Shorten, where Bill Shorten would literally packed up a police to go into to go into the thing in Canberra for the Prime Minister, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They reckon they had one. What the left wing doesn't, I mean, really left wing people don't understand is that conservative people are not really, most conservative people are not really prepared to let them know how they're going to vote, how they're thinking. Because
that's why the polls were skewed.
The left wing will hammer them right away and say, "Oh, that's nonsense," and you know, you can't think that way and all that. You know, just rubbish. So they get rubbished, so they don't say anything. So it's a silent majority again, but it looks a bit right.
Yeah, they're going to take it home, I reckon.
Yeah, it would be good if they did. Anyway, I better get going. I've got a dog in the car and I'm taking him for a walk, and one of his little friends has just come down there. Okay.
No worries, Dad. Good to talk to you.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
I got to tell you guys, I love it when my dad says bye for now at the end of a call. Because that's his way of saying this isn't the last time we're going to speak. So I love that. So it's good. See what's going on with the Young Turks, shall we? The Young Turkeys. God, please tell me there's not another t-shirt ad or some crap on there like that again. Let's skip all the way forward and go play. Wait, what? Skip ahead to live broadcast? Yeah, obviously. That's what I'm trying to do.
What newly elected member of Congress?
Yeah, I was actually going to start that off the next one.
Conor McGregor, but what's his name?
So Madison Cawthorn. This is what we'll
McGregor.
talk about when we come back from our first break. He's been elected. He's going to be, I believe, the youngest person ever elected to Congress. And his first tweet before he enters the halls of Congress was just "Cry more, lib." So that will be your topic of conversation. We're going to take a short break. We come back. We're going to try to work out that whole thing.
The former colonel, I guess he's always going to be a colonel.
It needs a little energy, a little pizzazz, maybe a little caffeine. Oh, coffee. But what if it was too strong?
Wow, just plug in the ads. Plug in the ads. They can't do it without. Wow. Let's see. Trump doesn't have to close a lead. The polls are pre-calling states in Biden's favor. Virginia was 60% Trump and still marked for Biden. Yeah, exactly. They're like, it's fake news. It's fake news. Incredible. And you know, look, and I'm not going to go in and say that Trump should win or Biden should win. The person who wins, wins. I know who I want to win, but I'm not saying anyone should or shouldn't win. I reckon you're pretty right there, Dark Prophet, that Biden is going to cap out around 230-ish. It's not because there's not too much more left that's blue that could flip. I mean, 240 tops. 240 tops. Like, there's a lot of electoral. Like, if we look at Georgia, right? So 16, 20, 31, 51, plus another 26. That's 77. Plus Michigan. No, sorry, it's all together 77. You could get another 80. It'd take him to 290. That's crazy. And then Nevada hasn't even been decided yet. It hasn't even started being counted yet. Minnesota, it's going to go mostly red. It's going to go mostly red. But, you know, look, I know that there's, like, for example, Wayne County and Oakland County and whatnot. They're pretty big numbers. And so they've got there's about a 90,000 vote lead. So let's just hope there's enough in these other areas that is going to dominate that. Trump is leading at the moment. So I think that's what's going to happen. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Look, all I know is most of the betting agencies are giving odds that are indicating that Trump is not going to lose this election. Yeah. And Alaska has not even been decided yet. I mean, Alaska it was a red state. It was a red state. It was 164,000 to 117,000 last time. I think it's going to turn red again. There's no indicator to me that it wouldn't turn that way. So CNN have got their Trump 205, 205 to 60. Wow. That's a big difference. CNN election coverage is what we should have just typed in fake news election coverage. You are fake news. CNN. '20 election. Here we go. Isn't this interesting? Isn't this interesting? This is CNN's projection. I reckon Biden's got 205 and Trump's got 136. I'm pretty sure that this is more up to date. So yeah, I mean, if Arizona stayed red, where we got it? Arizona. So it says more votes for Biden, but Trump is the incumbent. Just means he's got more. Come through for us, Trump, baby. Come through for us. Anyway, look, CNN is just, you are fake news. My favorite saying. Ah, dear. Where's my Guys, I am just gonna duck off for a moment. I am not going anywhere. I need to. So Robert Coughlin says it amazes me that everyone around the world is concerned with our elections. Absolutely, I'm very concerned because it has big consequences for the global economy and Australia as well. Like genuinely. Dark Prophet says your new mic is super hot fire. I'm guessing you mean that it's running a little hot, like it's a bit too loud. Good call. I've just got it down a little bit now, so hopefully that helps out. Fingers crossed. But yeah, time while we are monitoring this map. Hang on, did we just see another shift? Holy crap. Just had another update. 428. So that was, was that Minnesota that just flipped? It just turned blue? So that's 237. Man, it is, like, it was a big gap earlier. The fact that it's actually only 27 electoral college votes difference now, man, it is heating up. Heating up. What the bro, look. Wow, look at this. Look what just happened to the Senate. Look at that. 45 Dems versus 46 Republicans. They have had a huge gain. They've gained 16 and the Dems have gained 10. More than closing the gap that was required. So now it's a race to the finish. Like once this crosses over that line, it's all over for the Senate, for the Dems. So I am going to document this. So Dems 45, 46, House is 133 Dems and 150 Republicans. And I'm telling you, if he gets the popular vote, the electoral college vote, the Senate vote, and the House, oh my God, everyone's going to lose it. It's going to be amazing. Amazing. But I'm about to be a good little house bitch and learn to do what every man needs to learn how to do, which is iron. So I got a work shirt for tonight. So I'll be right back. I can't stop watching. Hang on, we've got an update here. We have two more Democrat seats for the House, so they're up to 135 now versus 150. 6. And still 237 to 210. So, I mean, look, at this point in time, big back clock, very clever, sir. Very clever. That is a big back clock indeed. Says, who is winning? It looks like, because see, here's the thing. When you look at the top here, where it's got the Joe Biden with 237, Donald Trump with 210, that's the electoral college votes. Right? In each state, I mean, I don't know if you're in the US or not, so I'm not sure if you're aware. But yeah, basically you've got each individual state. So for example, North Dakota's got 3 electoral college votes. Montana gets 3. Washington gets 12. So, and you basically, whatever way the state flips, that is how the electoral college votes get calculated. If we looked, most of the remaining states are leaning red. Now, if these remaining states, so for example, Pennsylvania, that's got 20 electoral college votes. Currently, that's running at 57% Trump, 42% Biden. That's a big lead. That's 15%. Unless my maths is completely retarded. Yeah, no, I'm spot on. That's 15%. And there is almost a 700,000 vote gap at this point, and they're 64% in. If they maintain this lead, Duck Prophet says, referencing earlier in America, saying something is hot fire means it's really cool or good. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. So this mic I'm using is the Rode Procaster. It is a studio quality mic. I'm just going to mute it for a second. So some of you may recognize this mic as the same one that Rollo Tomasi uses. It also sounds a bit more brash when I've got the windshield off. I actually had my eye on this mic before I even realized that Rollo had it. So I've got myself 2 of these mics. I've got 2 of these shock mounts. I've got 2 arms. I've got this arm here. I've got 2 desktop stands. I've got a Rodecaster deck. And on top of that, guys, the other day I also dug deep and I bought a case to carry my entire fucking studio in. This shit isn't cheap, guys. Basically all the money that you guys donate and contribute goes towards more equipment and doing stuff to further the community. So basically I can fit 4 microphones in here, including the Shure mics. So if I get more later, I can fit them. I also have space in here. Once I take that out. Space for 4 sets of headphones. Now, you guys are asking how much a mic like that costs. Well, I guess that depends. So Australian dollars or US dollars. Now, I'll tell you what, I'll bring it up in US dollars. I think probably B&H probably would have, I'd say in the US, that's probably the best comparison point. Most of you guys would know about B&H, I would imagine. Rode, got them. Got professional audio stuff, so I'd say yes. Rode, let's type in Rode Procaster. All right, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to add 2 of these to the cart. All right, so I'm going to add, that's in the cart. I'm going to add shock mount. I'm going to add the boom arm. I'm going to add an XLR cable. So just so you guys get a bit of an idea about how much money I've actually spent for this stuff. And look, and by the way, guys, I love doing this stuff for you. So this is not me complaining by any stretch. But you guys wanted to sort of know roughly what it costs to get all this stuff. So I'm going to share this with you. Rode desk and 1. So I'm basically going to bring all this stuff up, add it to the cart, and then I'm going to flick the cart up on the screen so you can see. There we go. And Rode $5.99. Okay, so I'm going to go to the cart now. I'm going to update 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. Okay, the last one just comes with it for free, so I'm not going to calculate that. But I think that's it. I've also got the desktops. That's weird. I'm surprised the Rodecaster didn't come up there. So I'll add that to the cart. That should pick up. Fingers crossed that's captured it. All right. So for whatever reason, it's not adding the desktop stands and the Rodecaster to it. But just so you guys got a bit of a feel for it, for 2 mics, 2 cables, 2 windshields, 2 arms, 2 desktop stands, this is the shopping cart at B&H. This is roughly what you're looking at. $814 US, thereabouts. So I've pretty much bought the majority of stuff now, so I don't really need to do too much more. I'll show you the other things that actually are part of it. So I also have 2 of these. So there's another $60. So let's go $60. Rodecaster. So $660. So 860 plus whatever's in the cart. Yeah, so 860 plus 15, 875. So it's about $1,700 roughly for all that kit. But that's for 2 microphones, and that's for the case that most people won't need. And that's with 2 desktop stands and 2. Like, say, for example, if you would just have your own home podcast studio, you probably only need like 2 arms, or like you could just have 2 desktop stands or whatever. I personally prefer the desktop stands from the Shure, which has got like the pole and then it's got like the extending arm out outside, so you can kind of like tilt it and then have the mic on one end. I actually prefer those because you can have a desktop mounted without being like having to get right up close to it. So there's that. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the election coverage because that's what you're all here for. Let's see what the odds are like at Betfair. The odds are getting better for, man, it keeps fluctuating. We're still at the same amount of electoral college votes. Still at 130. Oh, we've just creeped another 2 closer to the House. Not only just 9 minutes ago, we're at 150 Republicans for the House. So I'm going to replicate that over here. Except now we've got 152. All this stuff with timestamps. Okay, I'm gonna go quickly iron this shirt. We're back. The iron's been on for like 15 minutes now. I'm going to flick over to the Young Turks, see what they're doing at the moment, see if they're still losing the plot. Keep you guys entertained for a few minutes while I...
And your humanity. Defiance is
She's not happy.
what you need in order to fight for what you know is right. The fight never ends.
Progressive candidates come on this show, we help them, and they've at least got a fighter's chance.
Expand the squad.
Here we go, Squad 2.0. Corey Bush.
Man bad.
Paul Bowman.
And this is why what Cenk and the Young Turks are doing is so important. This time, it's real. If he wins another term, God knows what he'll do to our government, our democracy, and our way of life.
We need solidarity, and it begins with you.
Who's going to fix it? Who's going to fix it? Goddamn right.
This is the thing. There's a lot of other costs involved as well. So like there's StreamYard subscriptions. There are
Early voting is well underway all across the country, and we hope you've either already voted or have a plan in place to vote so that you know your vote will count.
Yeah, so I appreciate you guys with the support.
And while you're at it, let everyone else know how important it is,
you know,
that they get out and vote too,
really
with a vote hat or a blue non
and
shirt or any of the other election-themed items currently available at shoptyt.com. Vote and let's make change happen now.
This looks like a conspiracy. This looks like a scheme to defraud.
The Bush administration put folks into the regulatory agency who believed in destroying regulations.
Memories of the Great Depression faded.
I stood on the floor of the Senate day after day attacking what they were trying to do.
They just generated all this junk, took home huge bonuses, and then when it collapsed, they said, oh, not us.
What they ginned up was pure extortion, putting a gun to the head of Congress.
Time and again, they heard devastation was happening in low and moderate income communities caused by bankers, by lenders, and they chose to ignore it.
I understood that the SEC was not merely a weakened version of what it was supposed to be. It was an agent of Wall Street.
Well, no one's enforcing.
Can you hear me now, Successful Endeavors? Okay, give me a sec. There seems to be a little issue that is apparently unresolved. Hang tight.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you guys literally couldn't hear me at all. There we go.
Okay, can you hear me all right now? Fingers crossed. Where are we at? Oh, hang on. We've had some movement. We have had some movement. We were on. So we're still in the same amount of electoral college votes. This is 446. Even my dad reckons Trump's going to take this out. No doubt. That is the real MVP. So from 135 to 141, Dems for the House, 152 to 153 for Republicans. Still got to catch up another 12 if you want to be on par, Dems. I am going to go and bet the two. Guys, I'm going to go and bet the $2 that was just given to me by Bachelor 101. I'm going to bet it on Trump live as we speak. Let's do this. I'm just going to make sure first. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make this bet live. Thank you, Bachelor 101. All right, so we'll go Donald Trump. I'm going to stake $2. Actually, fuck it. 50. I got to load money in. That's annoying. Let me just quickly load some cash on. Deposit. Alternative methods. POLI. That's the method. $50. So Bachelor 101, I am taking your $2 and I'm betting 50. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Any super chats that I get between now and the end of this stream, I am going to multiply tenfold up to the value of 50. So if you donate $3, I will bet 50. If you donate $10, I will bet 50. This is how we're doing it. This is how we're doing it. But please don't send me broke because I've already invested some money. So I'm kind of like, it's getting interesting. All right, Ryan Lincoln Gaming, he just donated $5. I got to do another 50. Right, I said Bachelor 101. I was going to do 50 on yours, so I'm going to do 50 on Ryan's as well. You guys are going to kill me. You're either going to kill me or make me rich. All right, $50. Load it up, baby. Proceed. I am playing around. GP man, I have not been to the US, although I would love to go to the US. Would love to go, especially if Trump wins. Then. All right, so if we look here, you look in the top right-hand corner, I have got $100 of credit. I'm going to put 100 on Trump right now at odds of 1.81. Place bets, baby. Confirm. Done. Well, hang on. What? What do you mean you can't? This is some BS. How? Okay. Like, have the odds changed? The odds have changed. That's what's happened. No. Either that or it's getting too close to call. Wow. $726 million of bets on this. Let me close this and I'll reopen it. My account, log out. Let's log back in. Trump 2020. Yeah. All right. Place bets. Dude, what the F? Ah. This sucks. Popular vote. Because he's squaring up to get the popular vote as well. No, man, that's too close to call. I don't want to gamble money on that specifically. Man, why is this gender of next president? Wow. Pretty. I mean, you're definitely going to win that one. Like, let's be real. Trump Electoral College votes. So, how many's he got now? He's got what? 210. I'm gonna. I reckon this is probably the. Is that what I want to do? Man, I'm not a betting guy, but definitely this time I'm making an exception. You know what? If this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to give him a quick call and be like, "Hey, man, what's up? I need to place a bet." I'm gonna give them a call right now because Jay Rodriguez, and K to the Swiss. That's another 100 that I'm putting down if I can get this working. Wait. Oh, fuck. This is bad. Not anything to do with you guys. I've actually got it. You know what, guys? If I can bet, I'm going to do it. I've got to go. I just realized that I am going to run late for work if I don't move my ass now. I've got 35 minutes to be at work. So I got to bounce. But I'm going to bet, man, if I can get this money betted, I'm going to do it. If I get it working, I'm going to bet another 100 from the J Rodriguez and the K to the Swiss ones. I got to bounce. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize how late it was. I'll talk to you soon.